Hey LJ,
What's going on, Michelle?
sure is a big day for the foundation and the I Promise School.
What? It's one of the best days of my life,
We're live on Quibi showing the world our doc.
which is incredible. So incredible.
I'll tell you, it sure looks different though than I envisioned. I thought we'd be at the I Promise School. Hey
Right.
BBC. I thought we'd be at the I Promise School watching it at the school with our kids as a family and everyone's at home and we've taken them away from their home with everything going on, but we will get through it.
Yeah, absolutely. We will. Even throughout the difficult times that's going on right now, we will make sure we get through it and continue to have the communication with our kids and our parents of the kids and everyone that has anything to do with our school. It would have definitely been an unbelievable treat to, have that viewing with all our kids and our families and our faculty members and everyone. But I think everything is a blessing.
For
Everything is a
sure.
blessing, and we will get through it. That's for sure.
For sure. I've had a few reflections watching it today. I was so excited for it to come out on Quibi. And one of the things I thought about is when we first opened the school, I wasn't really ready for all the influx of questions and let me come visit and visitors. So now
Right,
I
right.
feel like we're delivering on a promise to show people the good, bad, and the ugly of the work and the hard work that it is.
No, no, for sure. People don't understand, and we're in that box too. We didn't understand how difficult it was going to be. Of not only trying to get these kids that were so undervalued and underprivileged and things of that nature to learn, but more importantly, what we found out, which a lot of people will see in the doc, of being able to learn just their emotions and learn what they're going through on an everyday basis with their families and how if things are at home or things that they're going through personally is not in a good place, how even more challenging that is for them to even be able to learn what's two times two or be able to
Exactly.
read a book or things of that nature because mentally it's so much going on with them personally. It's going to be difficult.
And to that point, I think about like the families, how much they've trusted us to let us in and share with us what's going on and a lot of the struggles. And that takes a lot for the families. We've talked with them of the four students, Nate, Scout, Vinny, and Deshauna, like to let
Hmm.
us in and just talk about that. They know it's about something bigger. Like we're starting a movement here, and even those students and those families are willing to let us in so we can share the struggles with the rest of the world for something bigger.
Right, right. I mean, and obviously, people are going to get a lot of kicks and laughs and tears and things, being able to follow those, four great students that we have, Deshauna, Vince, Nate, and also Scout. They'll
Yep.
see, what they have going on, not only in the classrooms, but what they have going on in their homes. And we thank their families and we thank them, those kids, to even allow us to be able to be in part of their personal space.
Exactly.
And then they'll see the rest of the kids too that we have, coming up in the ranks and the everyday struggles and the everyday grind of just trying to be as great as a kid that you can be every day. And it's not about tomorrow; it's about today. How can I be the greatest I can be today? And we able to showcase that.
Yeah. I also thought a lot about you're only as good as the people around you, and I can't wait for people to see our IPS squad, our teachers.
Wow.
Are they the cream of the crop? They are amazing.
What? What? They are the backbone. I'm telling you, this thing would have already been it would already been done. It would have been nothing else to even talk about as far as like the school would have been over if we didn't have the support system, if we didn't have the backbone of our faculty members, if we didn't have, our teachers and our staff and, them going through what they were going through at the same time, but at the same time being able to understand like, yes, we're here, we're struggling personally, but this is such a greater cause and it's for these kids and for our faculty members and our staff to be able to break through that wall that they were going through at times, um, it's the reason why we able to bring something like this to our viewers.
They even, I mean, just the personal struggles of like, we thought we had everything planned and it just went haywire and starting over and just keep trying and trying. I mean, they've been rock stars. I think you even know Angel through all of this. One of our intervention specialists was diagnosed with breast cancer. She
Right.
fought that. She came back. I mean, life still goes on when you're trying to create something so new and so hard. So I can't wait for everyone to see it.
No,
I
no,
can't.
it's listen. I watched it here at my home with my whole family, my wife, my daughter Zuri, Bronny and Bryce, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, and my, Chef Dina was here too. She watched it, and there were times we were laughing. There were
Any
times where
tears, LJ?
there was times where tears was coming down, not only my eyes, but some of my family members' eyes as well. Most of my family, they love Vince. You guys are gonna get a kick out of Vince. Deshana and like you said, Scout, and seeing how far Scout was able to come, just seeing how fast that she was trying to read and try to articulate it in her mind, and she was speaking really fast, and then you see, I don't want to tell the whole doc, and you just see
Right.
how
Don't give
she's
it away.
able.
Don't give
Yeah,
it
I'm not gonna
away.
give it all away, but you just see how her progression. You see our progression, and the same with Nate. You see his progression. So I don't want to tell it because it's so dang on good, but it's exciting to talk about it. It's exciting to know that we were able to put this thing together. Not the documentary itself, but just the structure,
Yeah.
the school, the support that we had from the city of Akron, from everybody that had anything to do with this. And this is the byproduct. This film is the byproduct of all the support we've had since 2008 when we opened, 2018 when we opened.
And I think you said it best in the doc, what's at risk? It's their lives.
Right,
And
right.
we can share this with the rest of the world and save other kids too.
Yeah,
But we
because
have
I
a
can.
few questions I
Oh,
see.
go
Like,
ahead.
so
Oh,
we're
yeah.
talking about faculty. Miss Biko, who happens to be Nate's teacher, is
Right.
asking, what are you most proud of?
Wow. What am I most proud of? Um, I think I'm most proud of the the never say die attitude of our kids. No matter how hard it got, no matter how stressful it got, no matter how painful it got, the kids continue to just trying to break the barriers of their either of their own psyches or what was going on outside of our school. And to be able to see them break through, adversity is going to happen. And no matter if you're a third grader, a fourth grader, or you're 35, like my age, or you're my family who have people in my age that's older than me, adversity happens in life, and it's the ones that can figure out how to push through it and see that there is green on the other side. Those are the ones that become successful. And to see our kids be able to go through what they went through early on, they know that when they hit adversity now, later on, they know that they can get through it because they've been put in a position. So that was one of the most things I was like wow about.
And then Miss Alex Gristle asked, what is the hardest part about building the school and what didn't we expect? I can answer that one
Yeah,
because this
please. Yes, go
still
ahead.
sticks in my mind. Like I thought like we had all these best laid plans in that first 5, 6 weeks, everything like under Principal Davis's leadership and we threw everything out the window because we had all these kids come in and these behaviors. I was like, I'm gonna get fired. Like, what did I get us into? It was
Wow,
like,
yeah.
but we learned our best lessons and it's made us stronger. It's made us a lot stronger.
No,
And
absolutely. You said it.
I don't want to get to your point. I don't want to give away the doc, but people need to keep watching and see what happens as we progress through that rocky start. And
Yeah, for
I
sure.
honestly
And
did not think that.
it is a rocky start. That's you for
Yes.
sure. It's a rocky
Yes.
start.
Yes. All right. Well, I think I've watched it 20 times since it launched on Quibi, so I'm going to go watch it again.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it another go as well. And and for me, I was one of those kids. I was one of those kids that come from a very underprivileged household, very challenging household at times, and the struggles with me and my mother, Gloria. Um, and I questioned myself a lot too when I was younger, and where our school was located. I walk those same streets. I remember walking up and down those streets or riding my bike up and down those streets and seeing that location and seeing the city. And, you question yourself, even at that age, on, am I important? Is there someone that believes in me, or is there someone that will help me get through what I'm going through? And you just question yourself. And, you know, for me to,
Kids
uh,
believe what you tell them.
yeah, they
They
absolutely do. And if kids know that you believe in them and that you love them and you trust them, then they have the most powerful minds. They have the most powerful minds. They just need others to believe in them and believe in their dreams that they can become reality. So I was one of those kids, and that's why it means so much to me to be able to do something like this and have this structure for our kids. Even through this time right today, we're still making sure our kids are well taken care of. So
100%. Thanks for letting me work on it with you.
talk what? I wouldn't do it without you.
All right, LJ. Talk to you
All right,
soon.
see you, Michelle. Thank you,
Okay.
guys.
All right.
All
Bye.
right, bye.